it's Noah, and welcome back to iHollywood TV. Well, Aaron Blabey is a #1 New York Times bestselling author with over 45 million books in print. That's right, he is the creator of 3 globally popular book series, The Bad Guys, Pig the Pug, and Thelma the Unicorn. His new book, Cat on the Run, is now available in bookstores. Please welcome Aaron, joining us virtually this morning in studio. Hello, Aaron.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's so nice to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming on. So first off, where did the idea come from to have a flawed female feline as your protagonist?
Well, the story is about the world's #1 cat video star who gets accused of a crime she didn't commit and has to go on the run, but because she's super famous, that's really difficult to do. I wanted to do a action comedy with a female character, and I wasn't really sure what to make that about, though. And then I was just looking at the world we live in now with social media being such a force, and I thought, well, what if you had a character who discovered what it was like when the internet turns on you, and throw them into an adventure where they have to sort of turn that around. And that's where it came from. And I also have a cat. And she became my central character. So it's a social media version of The Fugitive with a cat.
I love that. You know, I have 4 cats. Unfortunately, one of my cats passed away, but he acted just like a dog, Aaron.
Oh, really?
He loved to be held. Oh, yes. He loved to be held like I think all animals do, but he had dog ways in him, even though he was a cat. But he was so lovely, and I will always remember sweet little buddy of mine. But I'm so glad that you wrote about your cat, and I just love the cover art to this. Like, how did the idea come about to draw the cover art and to make it look so
it's just my
cool
silly
and cute
illustration style. But she is, the Princess Beautiful, the character in the book, is based quite significantly on Maud. Maud Fluffington is my cat. And yeah, no, they're very similar.
Now, Aaron, as an illustrator, you have a knack for creating eye-catching, funny images of your characters that blend so beautifully with the witty and often irreverent storyline. So why is humor such an important element for this specific age group that you write for?
Well, it's just if you can make kids laugh, then you can kind of hook them into your story, you know? And I wrote like my series, The Bad Guys, I wrote very specifically for my younger son, who was 6 at the time. And I just wanted to, he didn't like books, and I wanted to get him to like books, so I wrote him one that I knew he would find funny. And it worked. And I think a lot of other kids have found it funny since, and I think it's just a really, and if you can hook them with comedy and a bit of action and all of that stuff, then you can talk about more serious things in a way that doesn't feel like they're being given medicine. It's just become something. And the other thing is, you want books these days. Books need to compete with TikTok and everything. You know, there's a lot of competition out there for kids' attention. So I try to make my books as fun as they can be, whilst talking about maybe some bigger stuff.
You know, I could see Cat on the Run being like a little series on Cartoon Network. Wouldn't that be something, Aaron?
Well, it's actually already in development as a movie. It's it's in development
movie?
in a studio
What,
in
Aaron?
Hollywood. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That is amazing. And you have seen several of your books, you know, adapted for the screen. Do you enjoy that process? Like, you know, do you craft these books with a screen version in mind?
I kind of do, yeah. Look, it's and this one, Cat on the Run, actually began as the movie. I pitched the movie first, and it began its journey in development at a studio, and then I had the idea. I thought, actually, this would make a really good book series too. But yeah, working on The Bad Guys with the team at DreamWorks was a delight. And Thelma the Unicorn, my other series, is a big animated Netflix musical next year, and that's been a really beautiful experience too.
As we're discussing all the great things that you're doing with the book release of Cat on the Run, your path to success was somewhat challenging. Is it true that you gave yourself an ultimatum when you turned 40 and had yet to publish? Like, how did you turn things around for yourself?
I'd published 4 books, and none of them had succeeded. They didn't find an audience. And then when around the age of 40, I thought, I've got one more shot here. And just out of just pure force of will and desperation, I think, somehow out of the universe, I pulled the Bad Guys, Pig the Pug, Thelma the Unicorn, all my books that became popular. And they changed my life. I think that the lesson to be learned is just don't give up, I think, really. It's just persistence. Yeah. I could have, at that point, gone, this isn't going to, there was no evidence at that point that it was going to work. And then all of a sudden it did. And when it did, it happened overnight. It just exploded. So I don't know. I feel very, very lucky for that.
Well, good for you. Congratulations on all your success, Aaron. Lastly, what are you most proud of with this new book release, Cat on the Run?
I just think it's like we've been saying, I think it's really cool if you can do something that will entertain kids and maybe, talk to them about some bigger stuff at the same time. I'm super proud of that. I'm just super proud of the fact that there's nearly 50 million books in print now, and of all my stuff, and the fact that there's that many kids reading, that's like the coolest thing an author can hope for.
Well, Aaron Blabey, thank you so much for the great conversation. Be sure to go pick up a copy of Cat on the Run. I'm going to run back to the bookstore and grab another copy for a friend. I see what I did there, Aaron. That's right.
Look at that. Look at that.
Aaron, you take care. You have a great day. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming on the show.
Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have you always loved when you receive a box of roses but hate to see them go in just a few days? Well, not anymore with Rose Forever. They share a variety of colors and rose boxes with natural roses that will last for a year, as if being freshly picked, like these beauties right here. They use natural oil to preserve the roses, and the bouquets are handcrafted by professional flowers artisans. Rose Forever is a New York-based brand that launched in 2019, and the great thing that I love so much about this specific brand is that all the materials they use to cover the boxes are vegan, even the pink suede and the black velvet as well. I have allergies, and yet sometimes roses might bother me, but not Rose Forever, because they are allergen-free, thank gosh. To get yours today and to see the selection they have to offer you, visit their website, roseforever.com, and get 20% off by using my code iHollywoodTV20 with a 20% discount to your first purchase of a rose box. Get these, or get any color that you want. That is iHollywoodTV20. Visit roseforever.com today.